The Steam Deck is one of the most eagerly anticipated product launches in recent times. It's certainly an ambitious piece of PC gaming hardware, and one that Valve pulls off for the most part. However, as much as you might think that the Steam Deck is a rival to the Nintendo Switch, we think it's actually more of an alternative to gaming laptops and PCs. This means if you're a PC gamer with a large Steam library already, and you're used to the quirks and annoyances that come with playing PC games, then you'll likely love the Steam Deck and be able to overlook some of its rougher edges. However, if you're a console player who is used to more polished products that keep things as simple and straightforward as possible, then there's a chance you'll be disappointed with the Steam Deck. Those rough edges that we're talking about mainly come in the form of varied game support. If you buy a Nintendo Switch game, you can expect it to work on your Nintendo Switch. However, buying a game on Steam doesn't necessarily mean it will run on the Steam Deck. This is mainly due to the fact that the Steam Deck runs a form of Linux, SteamOS 3.0, and a fair few Steam games will only run on Windows. Valve has helped work on a nifty solution for this, known as Proton, which lets you play a lot of Windows games on Linux and therefore the Steam Deck, and some games just won't run at all. Valve has a simple way of identifying games that can run on the Steam Deck though. Games with a green tick means that they are Steam Deck verified, and will run without any issues. Default graphics settings and control options work well too, and all the menus and text will be legible throughout. Then there are also games that have yellow ticks. These are games that are playable but not fully tested, and most of your Steam library is likely to fall into this category for now. Finally, there's the unknown category, where there's not been enough information collected to know if these games are playable. You can check how much of your library is playable on the Steam Deck using Valve's Steam Deck compatibility website, which we'll link to in the full review article on Techradar.com. It's worth checking this list before you drop your hard-earned cash on the Steam Deck, as one of the key selling points for many PC gamers is going to be that your Steam library is playable on the Steam Deck without having to rebuy your games. So if you have a huge library of Steam games already, and those games are Steam Deck compatible, then the $399 or £349 starting price becomes a much better value. We say starting price because that's for the entry-level model that comes with 64GB of eMMC storage and a carrying case. However, we recommend that you invest in the 256GB SSD model. This comes in at $529 or £459 and offers a lot more storage. That SSD storage is also a lot faster as well, cutting down load times. Then there's also a 512GB SSD model that will cost you $649 or £569. This also comes with the added benefit of anti-glare glass. All models have a micro SD card slot to expand storage, which is a nice option but comes with a performance impact, mainly slower load times. If you're starting your game library from scratch, then the Steam Deck is a more expensive proposition. But Steam is well known for its sales, and most of the time PC games are cheaper than their console counterparts. The Steam Deck is also solidly built, and, while large, isn't uncomfortable. What's amazing about the Steam Deck is the sheer amount of game experiences on offer. It handled the stunning-looking God of War without any issues, while also being a great showcase for indie games. And it's here where the Steam Deck really impresses us, with games that are meant to be played in short bursts, and which have stylish graphics that don't tax the Steam Deck hardware too much. The inclusion of a suspended feature, which allows you to quickly resume games whenever you want to play them, is a very welcome feature too. Less welcome is that the battery life on the Steam Deck is pretty poor. It just about managed 1.5 hours while playing God of War. For less intensive games, you can expect around 4 hours. Some of the rough edges of the Steam Deck are part of its charm, and in some cases are due to the flexibility of the device, which traditional consoles just can't offer. You can plug it into pretty much any USB-C hub, hook it up to a monitor or TV, and play games on the big screen. You can also use the Steam Deck in desktop mode, allowing you to install a variety of Linux apps, turning the Steam Deck into a fully fledged mini PC. You can even install other operating systems such as Windows 11. This versatility puts the Steam Deck above its traditional competitors, and while people looking for a Nintendo Switch-like experience may not be sold, for PC gamers thinking about getting a gaming laptop, the Steam Deck is a brilliant device with a huge amount of potential, especially for people who like to tweak. For console gamers who want a polished, straightforward experience, knock half a star off our score, but don't necessarily dismiss the Steam Deck altogether. We give the Steam Deck 4.5 out of 5 stars. This review was written by our senior computing editor Matt Hansen, and on Techradar.com he goes into way more detail on his thoughts and testing, so if you want to read his full review, make sure you head over there.